business, you know, she was very quiet, shy, and all of that. Now she's like, tells the world whatever she wants to tell them. And she's done all kinds of things and traveled all over the world and been this super businesswoman. So it's interesting just to be with her and to note those differences through time. So let's go ahead and have your legs open a bit, the knees apart, so that you've got a beginning of external rotation going. So my feet are right up against the feet of the other chair, the legs of the other chair, right? And I'm going to sit kind of towards the end of the chair that I'm on. I want to put my feet flat so that my knees aren't going out. I want them to stay pretty flat right now. And for now, I just want to find a straight spine facing that other chair, whatever orientation you guys want to take. I'm going to stay towards the side here. And with a long spine, long arms, let's see if we can stack everything according to one bone and one joint on top of the other. Finding our inspiration, the crown of the head, pulling upwards. And our stability in our home connecting to the earth through our feet. Finding long, full, slow, mindful, conscious breath. Your knees may be feeling like they want to cave in or out. Try to keep the knees above your ankles and your feet planted solidly here. And then stretch your hands out attached to your kneecaps, and then pull your elbows in towards your hips as your heart comes forward. Curve into that lower spine. Pull your shoulders down and offer up to the heavens, your heart space. Breathe a few times here. Keep lengthening upwards. Letting your heart go forward. Feeling as if you're that arrow and bow, right? You got the bow here, nicely arched. And then come back into center. Really letting your legs take a hold of the chair, your feet take a hold of the earth, your crown take a hold of the heavens. And then go ahead and come into a nice curving of the spine, a releasing of the back of your neck. Pull those shoulders down. Let your chin really tuck into your chest. Keep breathing. I know it's a confining, constricted breath. Keep keeping those knees and legs actively engaged to not be going in or out. One more big breath here. Your belly expand and contract. And then slowly rise like a rag doll, vertebrae by vertebrae coming up, shoulders pulling down, your chin lifting at the very end here and finding again, it's stacked, ears right above your trapezius. And let's do that one more time. Take a hold of those kneecaps, arms are extended, bend your elbows, body pulls forward. Your spine, the lower spine arcs, shoulders down, bridge of the nose up. Breathing. Heart releasing. Big breath. And exhale. Inhale, straighten yourself back up. Come into that long spine. Really know where that center line is, okay? Know where your balance point is. And then go ahead and curl and tuck and round. Hands slide down to maybe your shin area. Your chin is to your chest. Your shoulders pull down. Look at your belly, breathing here. One more breath. And then bringing yourself upright into straight spine. Now, let's take a hold of the sides of that chair in front of you. And so your spine now is still long, okay? I haven't bent into it. I'm staying long. I'm pressing down through feet. I'm pressing down my hands on the chair, okay? From here, I want you to press into feet and hands. Pull into elbows just a bit. Keep that back straight. Lift out of your chair. Lengthen your legs. And then exhale, bend into your knees. Take your seat back. Lengthen the arms. Inhale. And then pull forward. Lengthen up. So that transition piece is our exhale. When we're coming out of the seat or we're going back to the seat, okay? We lengthen with straight arms on the inhale. Going forward, we begin that transition and we exhale till we stand and then we inhale. And then we begin to come on back down. So this is slow. Slow-mo. Back is staying straight, okay? Just our elbows and our knees that bend. Very supported in that chair. Very supported with your core. Slow and coming down is strengthening your legs. When you bring yourself up, you're weighting forward, so you're taking weight bearing into your arms. Real important for our strong bones. Keep going. So I exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen. Upright. Exhale. Bring myself up. Lengthen. And then find yourself back on the seat. Back with the straight spine. And then take your hands to the back top part of your chair. So we're stretching now into the armpit area here just a little bit. Your feet are still staying flat on the ground. Lift one arm up, inhale. And then exhale, open into cactus. And then just pull back and twist here. Opening up into that twist, into a heart opening to one side. Again, knees are going to want to go in or out. Try to keep them straight down into the sole of your feet to the earth. Come on back, reach forward. And then the other arm lifts up. Take it down into cactus and take yourself over. Maybe feeling a little chiropractic pop. I just did. Finding yourself with that bent arm, fingers extended and expanded. Press it down, weight into the hand that's on that chair. And let your hands swim back forward. Let's do that again. Left hand rises on one of your hands. Come into cactus arm. Open up, heel open that side body into a twist. Your depth in the twist, okay? No need to go any farther than your body says, yeah, that feels good in my waist. And then lifting up, let that arm come back down. Coming into that straight spine again. Lift your arm up, bring it down into bend and open up. Keep strengthen those legs. Keep pressing down into your feet, and you'll feel that in your glutes, in your quads. Lift up, lengthen. And then from here, both arms lift. Exhale, cactus, heart rises. Inhale up. Exhale, take yourself forward slowly. When it feels like that's enough, okay? You don't want to get any kind of backache here. When you feel that that's enough, take your hands back to the chair, okay? So maybe some of you come all the way down, but not if it's stressing out your lower spine. Come down when you feel like that's when it's right for you. Come on up. Lengthening. Bring yourself into cactus. Open heart. Inhale. Straight spine, straight spine, straight spine. Come on down. Take your arms or hands to the back of that chair. Press into your feet so that you're activating your legs. Lengthen up. Inhale. Exhale, pull on down. Heart releases up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right hand on your hip, left hand on the seat of the chair right in front. And let's take a twist this way. Maybe this right hand comes around you a little bit more, but only into that bind if your shoulder says yes. Otherwise, just keep it right there. Where are those legs going? They're wanting to go in. I know mine are too. Keeping them out and above your knees takes work. Only do it if you want, okay? And then let's turn around and replace the right hand into the center seat. There's a helicopter going over, so I'm going to speak a little bit louder. Take your hand to your waist, press down into your feet. Take a turn over that back, left shoulder, pinkies looking up at the sky as that helicopter goes right over me. And maybe again, taking that bind. And slowly releasing. Arms rise up, feet push down. Cactus arms. Rise up. Cactus arms. Good. Lengthen up. Come on down, hands to knees. How are your legs feeling? Mine feel like they want to cave in. Let's let that happen. Let them cave in, okay? So letting them cave in, we probably are on the inside of our instep there. I guess that's why it's called an insteps, because it's inside. So let that happen. And I know my legs, especially right in here, were wanting that to happen. So just let's do this and a few cat cows with this internal rotation going on. So inhale up. No holding this time. Exhale, pull in on yourself. Feels a little bit odd and awkward having the knees in. And exhale. And I'm just sliding my hands on my thighs upward towards my hips when I come into cow. Down towards my knees when I come into cat. 2 more times. Good. Open up your legs again back so that your knee and your ankle are in alignment. Your feet are coming out at an angle there. Taking your hands on your knees. Let's go ahead and take left shoulder forward, right back. Take a look over and gaze so we can get another twist with a long spine. Back into center. Let's take it in the opposite direction. Keeping those knees right above your ankles, so press down into your feet. Activate there. Coming back forward. Take your hands behind you, interlace. Push down, lengthen up. Heart releases. Smile releases upwards towards the heavens. And then bringing your spine back straight, arms release, Let's take ourselves forward onto that chair on your forearms, okay? And find your seat on your chair into any place that's going to allow you to lengthen your spine here, okay? So we're on our forearms. Take your hands, interlace them. Have your forearms taking the weight, okay? And your interlaced fingers and hands taking the weight. We're going to do what would be similarly called a dolphin pose if we were standing, okay? And we are gonna stand, but we're not down on the mat. We're elevated here with this other chair. So our forearms are gonna take the weight. Bring your body weight forward, straighten your legs, lift up. Okay, you're kind of in this inversion here with your forearms taking weight so your body can come forward here. And instead of having our hands on the outside of the chair, this is again more like what a dolphin pose would look like if we were arms on the ground. Okay, go ahead and bend into your knees, take your seat back in and curl tuck round, chin to chest, right through your biceps. Inhale, lengthen. Push down through your feet, lengthen through your legs, pull in at your navel, take weight into your arms, weight bearing again, and bend into your knees. Take yourself down and take yourself in. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale lifts you up. Tailbone back, crown forward. Exhale takes you down and let your chin come to your chest. And if you do not want to lift out of the chair, no problem. Just weight your upper body towards that other chair and your arms, okay? And you can still curl, tuck, and round. So you might just be doing something like this, really pushing into arms and pushing into legs. Or if you're comfortable, lengthening those legs. Okay. Find your comfort here. Dolphin poses. So much of yoga is named after nature. Speak of nature. I'm sure you all have been watching this beautiful full moon. And then bringing yourself back. And now find a place again that you're going to find comfort, because we're going to come into a peaceful warrior where you can cross your arms. You can take your forehead to your forearm. Maybe you're on a pillow. You've got a flat back, long spine, tailbone reaching back, crown reaching forward. Find yourself just melting into your peaceful warrior here, wide-legged child's pose. And then lift yourself up, okay? And we're gonna try a Dandasana, a more traditional child's pose. So bring your legs together all the way. And we're going to take our hands first to the chair, okay? And then I'm going to take my head down to the chair. I'm going to curl in towards my knees. Let that pillow on the chair or your blanket cushion your head, okay? So you're coming into a bit of a yoga ball here. You can keep your hands on the chair, or you can take your hands to the chair you're sitting on, palms up towards the back of your chair. If we were on the mat, we would have, just like we do now, chest on side, but you would have your shins on the ground and your back of your thighs on your calves. But here we are in our form of Balasana using two chairs. And again, if this is a lot, keep your hands on that chair where your head is. Keep breathing. I know it's a lot to breathe here. Breathe into your lower spine. Take your hands, if they're not on your second chair, to your second chair. Lift up slowly, rising out of that. Coming back slowly so that you're in this real angular shape. You got your ankles and feet and knees and hips, hips and shoulders, and we're lifting and our legs are together. Okay. And take a couple breaths. That's pretty big. You know, we've done these big openings for the heart. That's a big coming in and closing in on ourselves. Okay, and that Dandasana pose. But good job, you guys. It's not an easy one to do, and to make those modifications for the chair is unique as well. Let's keep our right foot planted. Go ahead and see if you can lift that left leg up. Have it stay bent, okay, on that second chair. Have it, you're on the outside edge of your foot, and you're cushioned with that pillow or a blanket. You don't want to just be on a hard surface here. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to take, so this is my left leg that's up. I'm going to take my right hand to my left knee. I'm going to take my left hand behind me, shoot my spine up and the crown up, and then just take that twist, coming around. And then unwinding my head, my shoulders, my chest, my waist, and then reversing left hand to right knee that is just completely in a neutral position. And then my right hand behind me, lengthen up, okay? And then go ahead and take that look around to the other side. If you're not using a second chair, don't worry, just place this foot on the ground, okay? Or on a block. And then you'll get the same kind of opening of the hip, and then return back and that same twist, okay? But what we're trying to do right now is open up that hip. All right, and now one more thing here. Reach forward onto the chair. Don't have a chair, your foot's on a block, then reach forward to the legs of the chair you're seated on, okay? Reach forward with a straight spine. This will be our pigeon pose today. So straight spine, weight coming forward, feeling that in those strands right along your hip and your glute. If you're not feeling it, I'll feel it for you. Bring yourself forward. Let your heavy head drop. Tuck your chin. Bring yourself up. Let's flow here. Pull yourself forward. Let your head drop. Exhale, chin to chest. Flow on up. Flowing pigeon. One more time. Good. And then bring yourself up. So we did twist and we did an opening right in here. Let's go ahead and take that leg down. And again, no second chair, then you're using block, or you're just taking that leg and extending a little bit out to the outside part of your foot. Take the other one up. Find your sit bones nicely on your chair that you're seated upon. Find the opening that's good for you with this hip. Find this leg in a really nice alignment here. Find a straight spine. Okay, real important before we go into any twist. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then I'm taking my left hand to my right knee. My right hand behind me. Lengthen up and bring myself around. Another chiropractic. Out of twists, always moving into them slowly, always coming out of them slowly, always finding a straight spine before we start the other. Take my right hand to my left knee, my left hand behind me, sitting up straight and tall, and beginning that twist from waist up to head. When I release, it's head down to waist. Slowly reversing out of that, bringing myself back forward. Take my hands to the outside of that chair. Keep my spine long. Only come forward to the place that's right for you. Even if you want to come and hold onto the back of the chair, that would take you maybe even farther into it, or you can take your hands closer and not come that much weighted forward, okay? Really take to what it's right for your hip, your knee, and then let your body come forward to wherever it says stop. Let your heavy head drop. And then let's roll. Chin to chest. Releasing up, straight arms, pulling forward, bending into elbows. Taking my chin to my chest. Lifting up, inhale. Pulling forward, feel that in your hip. One more time. Lengthen, 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 and release, release, release. Come on up. Bring yourself back to straight spine. Let's let that leg come down. All right, let's do a little bit more with this second chair. Go ahead and take your feet out, toes out, heels in, all right? And take your hands to that chair. Lift yourself out of your chair and come into straight legs. And come into bent knees. Then come into straight legs. And we're not coming all the way down into the chair, okay? We're just almost, or maybe grazing it. All right, gently touch it. Bring yourself up. Gently touch. Bring yourself up 2 more times, okay? Getting into the knees a little bit. Strengthening those legs. All right, when you find yourself straight, let's take our left hand to the center of that blanket, chair, pillow, whatever. If it's too much pressure on your wrist, take yourself to a fist, okay? And then your wrist will be straight. So whatever works for you, take your hand to your waist, open up to the side, only lifting that arm up. If there's no obstruction in your shoulder, really lifting here, lengthening through your body. Pull down into a cactus arm, lengthen up, and pull down. And lengthen up. And then let's take the right hand down onto the palm or onto your fist and let your left arm extend up. Gaze follows. It's nice outside. The clouds are just gently in front of the sun. Come into cactus arm. Open, pull back. Open up, lengthen. Pull back. Open up, lengthen. And exhale. Hands come down. Bend into your knees. Take yourself upright, staying right here with hands here so you feel supported. Or we're going to take ourselves into goddess. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. You can also take this seated, completely seated. And the way you get it into your legs is by pushing into your feet, okay? So however you choose to do that. I know this is a chair yoga class, so you can definitely take this to the chair, or you can come into the goddess by standing out of the chair, but making sure you're feeling really supported, only going to the seat as it is comfortable for you, okay? Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. We got it here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Hands to the chair. Take that tailbone back. Make sure you get on to the seat of your other chair. And let your feet come in at about hips distance here. Right? So sitting up in a Tadasana, mountain pose, still facing that other chair for now. Taking a couple breaths here. We're going to do rocking cow and cat. So how do we do that? Come on the balls of your feet, hold onto your knees, take your heart forward, look up and rock back onto heels, pull up the balls of your feet and curl, tuck and round. High on the balls of your feet. Look up, heart lift, shoulders pull down. Inhale happens there. Roll back onto your heels. Breathe out. A few more times, your breath. Okay. Change your rate, your rhythm. You're opening and you're closing. Your height and the balls of your feet, or the depth on your heel. One more here. And then find yourself seated straight and tall. So we're halfway now into a staff pose, Dandasana, all right? So staff pose is an L shape. So we're gonna come out of this Z shape almost that we're in into an L shape by taking one leg, lifting it up. If you don't have that second chair, then just take and slide your leg out in front of you, okay? So that we can lengthen it out. And then take the other one up to that chair or out at an angle, right? So you can be right like this, into an L, or you're into a angle, all right? A different angle. This is more of a 90-degree angle. If you're doing the other, you're at an obtuse angle of some sort. So I'm flexing my feet here. I'm gonna lift my arms up and I'm away from the back of the chair. If you really need that support, take yourself back there. But this really helps us to find our good posture, right? Find that straight spine. And I suggest when you can, do this against your headboard of your bed or the wall. Really feel like, oh, that's a straight spine. I worked with a woman yesterday who really didn't feel what that straight spine was like. And I needed to kind of help adjust her into the right position. Oh, okay. And so I suggested she does some work at the wall. And then release your feet from being flexed and let them come out. Bend into your knees just a little bit and let your feet come a little bit closer towards you. So you're in this diamond shape. That's called Tarasana, okay? And I'm gonna slide down, touch my toes, maybe let my head expand down, let it just shape down, let it go. And then come up, flat, straight spine, hold onto my knees, let my heart expand upwards here. And I exhale, slide down wherever your hands go. And then let your head go after you've released. So straight spine, straight spine, straight spine, and then forward, straight spine, and then exhale, let it go. Inhale back. Exhaling into straight spine and then release. Inhale up. You can be doing this on the floor to grounded. Just have slight bent knees and the outside of your feet are on the ground. Take yourself back up And then straighten those legs again back into Dandasana, staff pose, arms lift, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Flex into those feet, maintain a good core here. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, my left hand comes to my right thigh, knee, shin, calf. My right hand comes behind me on that chair, making myself long. And I'm coming into a twist from staff pose. So we're really playing around with twists today in a lot of different ways so that you guys go ahead and release. We'll play around with twists in your day. How can you take twists in your day? I take a lot of them when I'm seated on the toilet, to tell you the truth. I know that's maybe too much information, but you're down in the seat already, hanging out. There's all kinds of twisting that you can do that also helps with our digestive system. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, take your hands on the top of your thighs, right at your hips, start to slide them down. Keep a straight spine, straight spine, straight spine. Long back of your legs. Straight spine, straight spine. Make your V, your angle to wherever it's going to be from that 90 degrees until you get to that place. That's it for me. Go ahead and release. Pull in at your navel. And then let your head come up. Let your hands slide back. Good. And then go ahead and take your feet off of that second chair or bring them back in if you're not using that chair. I'm going to go ahead and not use this chair now. I'm going to go ahead and take it on over and take this one towards you. I'm going to be protective of Dr. White's chairs. There. And bring myself here more in the center. Okay, so we're down to one chair, and maybe you guys have been that way to begin with. Have blocks available though, if you can. Thursday, if you all can think or remember, have a strap, because we'll use a strap on Thursday, okay? And some blocks as well. And a strap, you don't have to go buy one. You can just use a belt or a scarf or a leash or a rope or something like that, okay? And then from here, we're going to be more towards the front of the chair to begin with. Find your mountain pose. Tadasana. Take your hands down, fingers facing me, mine towards you, and just kind of radiating that energy back and forth between one another. I know we're virtual, but I can still feel that sweet energy of each and every one of you coming into my palm. I hear the dog barking. Rise up, inhale. And exhale, hands through heart center. Bow down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open into this position, okay? Kind of a rounded position. Right? And open up that heart again. Engage. Let your arms rise up. Inhale. Bring them on down into your heart space. Inhale, rise. Exhale now into V. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale into open arms at shoulder height, palms up. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Hands at heart center. Rise up on your inhale. Exhale, palms down, shoulder height. Inhale, lift. Palms together, back at heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open up and take your hands down past shoulders. So we're like this, right? Arms, hands reaching up heart reaching, gaze reaching, inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Exhale, palms down at about that same angle, releasing energy down to the earth, but a heart lifts up, gaze rises. Let your arms rise up. Palms together. Exhaling down into heart center. A couple more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, hands all the way down. So fingers point straight down from your shoulders. Lift up. Palms are down until you rise up and then flip them so they're together. Exhale, take it on down into heart center. One go. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come out, sleepwalking position here. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Releasing hands down. Inhale, rise up with your arms. Exhale, right under left. Find your eagle arms. Left foot in, right foot over, right knee over, or you're sliding down or you're on a block, okay? But try to get those internal rotations of your hips and knees. Rise up. Exhale, take it on down. Curl tuck around. Pull in at the navel. Inhale up. Your breath. That top foot can either be flexed or pointed, but keep it active. Rise up, inhale. They're doing their job, you guys. Sorry, there's people walking by and they're doing their job. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it down again. Inhale, lift. 2 circles. One direction. Come here, Longo. Come here. Come here, you're a good boy. 2 in the other direction. Mark gets upset and I just say, you're doing their job. Longo, come here. High up. Yes, Pinky, you're finished doing your job. Release, arms down. Release your leg. Rise up, inhale. And I think he knows there's like people looking at him because he always looks at the camera. And exhale, left arm under right. Cross, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay. Right foot centered, left leg crosses over here if that is available, or slide that foot on down. Okay, or put it on a block. Inhale. Low forward, trying to get elbows and knees close together as your head bows down. Lift up, look up. Exhale, take it down. Rise up. Your breath, okay? Really simple vinyasa flow here. Taking your breath. Your movements just like we did before, and every time we would take it to our heart center. Here we're just breathing up and breathing down. Take it back into center 2 times. Let's go around in one direction, really opening up those shoulders, and 2 times in the other direction. Rise up, pull down, release, release legs. Just nice, easy up, nice, easy down. Easy up, easy down. A few more times. Your arms have had more of a workout today than they normally would in our chair class. With that weight bearing. Really good and really important for us, you guys. 2 more, please. And we've weight bared into the lower part of our body by the standing ways that we've gone through today. Exhale down. Good. All right. Couple shoulder rolls. Back and back and back. We keep moving forward in our lives with this kind of movement. So let's pull it on back. There you go. And then one at a time, take those sexy shoulder movements. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen anybody do this. It's a sexy shoulder movement, but and then shake it out. And then have blocks available. We're going to be using those. And we're keeping the left foot straight forward, knee and ankle in alignment, just opening up that right leg. Okay, right hip. Take the block to the inside at any height. Don't have a block, no worries, no problems. You'll just be going like this with your forearm on your thigh, or you'll take your hand to your calf. Okay, so go ahead and lean on there, on that block. Before we do anything with our arms, just pull that upper shoulder back and notice how it opens up the front of my body. That's much more important than trying to do anything with our arm. Okay, lengthen through your spine. So feel like the ground boom is pulling and you're staying seated at the same time. Right? And just take a look up. Slide down through the center of your chest with your chin. Take chin to that bottom shoulder. Take it back through center. Lift it to wherever feels right for you in that gaze. One more time. Slither it on down. Take it around. Not to the back though. We're only going in a semicircle forward. Good. And again, notice we haven't used our arm at all. So there's no shoulder impingement or anything like that. But we really give ourselves a chance to open up here. And then go ahead and lift up. You should feel pretty one-sided right now. So let's go ahead and let this leg come in. This one come out. Take that block on the inside of your foot. And open that to whatever place feels right for you in terms of your knee and your hip and all of your alignments, okay? And again, this could be you right here, and that's fine. Hand on waist and forearm on your thigh, or you take your hand and stretch it down to calf or to block, knowing that block has 3 heights, okay? Pull back on that upper shoulder. Just look up. Take your chin past your center line. Look down to that lower shoulder and take that semicircle. With breath. And then looking down or straight ahead, can I align myself a little bit more? Can I lengthen my spine a little bit more? Can I open up through my heart a little bit more here? Hand on waist is really reminding me to pull my hips in one direction and my shoulders in the other. So that brings me length in my spine, space between my vertebrae. And then I'm going to come back up into center, and I'm going to bring both feet forward. Find my Tadasana, my mountain pose again. Sitting straight and tall here. Right. All right, let's work a little bit into our core here, okay? With a little bit of modifications for Navasana, boat pose. So come back, and most of you are probably going to want to have your shoulders on the back of the chair, okay? Shoulders on the back of the chair, maybe holding on to the legs of your chair and maintaining a strong core here. So I'm going to just lift one foot off the ground, or you can also do this. If this feels like it's more stable for you, you can hold here. We are going to be extending our legs, so you probably don't want to hold under the knee. And we're gonna, those that want will extend the leg. But right now we're just kind of holding it up. And if you're here, it's a little more work than if you're here. Okay, so decide. And then I'm gonna go ahead and extend my leg long. Holding. If I'm not holding, I'm here or I'm here. All of that, even with my back against the chair, I am using a lot of these core muscles, you guys. Okay, so finding, hi bee, bumblebee, however that feels right for you, here or here or here or here, right? And then coming out of it in the best way that feels right for you. Let yourself just kind of had really bad posture for a moment, okay? Let yourself just cave in. Let yourself release. Let your shoulders roll forward. Let your head hang, okay? There we go. And then let's go ahead, activate again through the core. Hands here, maybe to begin with, lifting the left leg off the ground. And maybe holding under here, okay? If so, interlace your fingers in the opposite way, just to kind of change things up. And again, this may be a little bit more difficult to put your hands here. You guys choose, right? Where are you on your spectrum of what you want to do? You can extend that leg out, flexed or pointed through the ball of your foot. Hand here, hands here, or hands here, right? But shoulders are up against, no pain in your lower back. So you back off, okay, to one of the other places along the spectrum that you're able to go. Press into the back of your chair. Press to your foot, holding on or taking hands wherever feels right for you. Do you guys feel that in your core? I hope so. Hand comes down, leg comes in, press it on back down. And then let's take our spines all the way into the back of the chair. So I'm taking my hips back too. Before I was at an angle and just my shoulders were there. And then from here, if you have blocks and your feet are just dangling, you can place your feet on those blocks, okay? If not, take your heels onto the chair legs, just so you're supported and you're not like dangling, okay? We did enough of that dangling when we were little kids, and actually it kind of felt good, right? When you were swinging to dangle your feet and all of that. So maybe you want to just swing your feet, that's okay too. But let's find our Tadasana here, but let's let our backs be supported. You did a lot of work on your spines today too, you guys. A lot of straightening and lengthening that spine. So let it be straight and long by pressing against the back of your chair, being active with your chair, knowing it's there. So different than if we were just sitting here without being conscious, right? We're actually letting the chair show us what it's like to have a long spine. And it's straight, but it might not be perpendicular. It depends on your chair, right? Is your chair like this or is it like that? That's kind of how mine is. So I'm leaning back a little bit, but my spine is long. Okay. And then from here, let your hands dangle down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it on back. Cactus, shoulders really partake into the back of that chair. Lift. Let all of your vertebrae connect to the chair. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring them into Anjali Mudra here. And find some full, slow, methodical, mindful breath. The dogs have even quieted down for this. Said that. Birds have quieted down for this. We hear a few of them. And our breath has quieted down. our hearts are quieting down. Blood pressure is quieting down. Remember this quiet as you go through your day. From my quiet heart to yours. Namaste.